the golden ratio or golden section. The golden ratio or phi is obtained by dividing a segment into two bases, where the ratio of the whole segment to the longer part is equal to the ratio of the longer part to the shorter part. When this ratio is met, we obtain the phi, which is the number 1.618. This number was known in ancient times. The ancient Babylonians knew it, the Egyptians knew it. In fact, phi is contained, for example, in the Great Pyramid of Khufu. To give an example, the whole structure of Giza is made according to a spiral determined by the use of a phi. Euclid, Vitruvius, Herodotus, Pythagoras, and so on. But the divine proportion was forgotten for about 1,000 years, and the Pisan Leonardo Fibonacci brought it back in 1200, because Fibonacci was the son of a lord who was at diplomatic trade missions in North Africa, where this mathematics was known. So Fibonacci brought it back into fashion in 1200 with his Liber Abaci, but in 1509 Luca Pacioli, this lord, published a book called The Divine Proportion. Now the great thing about this book, which was printed in only 3 amanuensis copies, is that the drawings were all made by the great Leonardo da Vinci, who knew a great deal about the divine proportions and the phi, because Leonardo da Vinci was a great initiate who belonged to the mystery anthroposophy schools that handed down all these things from the time immemorial. In fact, the Vitruvian man, by the way, Vitruvius was one of the ancient masters who taught this geometry and this mathematics, is all made in the golden ratio, that is 1.618. But this number is a magic number. Let's call it that. It's a divine number, and I'm going to make you understand why in a short summary. Meanwhile, even in Leonardo's most famous work, the Mona Lisa, is realized within a golden rectangle, so we have the segment divided into the golden proportion, and then from that the golden rectangle is realized. You can see from the intersection of the Mona Lisa's hands that the head and torso are inserted into a golden rectangle. This is just one of the many geometrical and mathematical aspects of Leonardo's work. But the phi is very important because, for example, as Leonardo shows us in the drawing of the Vitruvian man, our body is made entirely in a golden ratio. The ratio of the forearm to the hand is approximately phi. The ratio between the phalanges of a finger is phi. The ratio between the back of the hand and the first phalange is 1.618. So this is God's mathematics. We are entering the communicative aspect. So the phenomenon of 23 May 1999 is clearly manifesting itself as a communicative phenomenon to humanity through symbols, drawing from all branches of the knowledge, the ancient sciences, astronomy, geometry, mathematics, mystical symbols, and so on. Remaining within the realm of the phi, these beings, I repeat, use this phenomenon to speak to the world, bypassing government censorship. Unfortunately, however, there are only a few million people who have understood the extraordinary and enormous importance of this phenomenon. That is to say, it's basically a communication from extraterrestrial civilization to the humanity of the Earth to prepare it in any case for an inevitable event that will involve us, believers or not, whatever we like it or not, there is a great contact with them. This is a beautiful crop circle that appeared on 21 June 2010 in Wiltshire, southern England. Let's have a look at it. It's a wheel with spokes And it is a diagram in binary mathematics. So the most modern mathematics we use, and it's a binary mathematics in ASCII code, which is the code we use to engrave CDs, for example. We use it in computer science. Now, this diagram drawn in a wheat field is the binary mathematical coding of 1.618 of phi. Furthermore, these beings play little games that are also, shall we say, somewhat poetic to give us their message. They make the golden number phi next to a grove where a farmer has sown the trees in the shape of a heart. What is the message? Well, another thing I think you don't know is that the phi is also the sister diastole ratio of the heart. The heart beats in a golden ratio, so God doesn't do things randomly. As Einstein said, God does not play dice with the universe. God reasons in a perfectly mathematical way. So although we haven't met God yet, but God is around us, we ourselves are God, or at least an expression of God, because when I see a computer that is built according to technical, scientific and mathematical parameters, I automatically know that there is a designer who knows the sciences. I don't have to call Steve Jobs and shake his hand. I've seen the computer. I know that designer exists. I may never see him, I may never meet him, but I have the machine that tells me that the designer exists. So the moment I see the creation is being realized according to certain mathematical parameters, it cannot be chance. Chance is chaos. It's not order. So if order comes out of chaos, even a particular mathematical order, well, there is certainly an intelligence that has designed it. Of course, when I use the word God, it's just to understand us. I am speaking a language that mediates our relationship, but then, surely, everyone here has an image of God. Maybe some people are atheists, maybe some people are Catholics, maybe some people are Buddhist, I don't know, but we still say, we all agree on this, that there is an intelligence that has designed the creation according to certain parameters. So if the human body is not made at random, but according to divine proportions, that tells us something. Obviously, there is a designer.